Hello YouTube, this is JP963 here. Between the two rifles, the 30-06 and the 22 long range, these are my two top choices for survival rifles. For one, the 22 long range, you can pack a lot of ammunition. It's pretty lightweight. It's pretty cheap to shoot. It's pretty cheap to go out and target practice. And it's kind of a quiet round compared to a lot of other ammunitions when you shoot it. It's perfect for small game, just about all types of small game, and you can get pretty good distance, 200, 300, 400 yards with pretty good accuracy. And the 30-06 has plenty of stopping power, and using something like a 150 grain bullet, you'll be able to should be able to reach out 500 yards anyways, no problem. And like I said, it has plenty of stopping power when dealing with just about any type of big game. Well, any type of big game that we'd find here in the United States anyways. I mean, I wouldn't recommend going and trying to shoot an elephant or nothing with this. I mean, it might work, but I wouldn't want to try it. But in the United States, for the types of game that we have, 30-06 is pretty versatile, all around, good round. I mean, in both of these firearms, the ammunition is pretty much readily available everywhere. But these are my two preferred weapons in a shit hit the fan scenario or survival type situation. Because in my opinion, they're two different tools useful for two different types of game. I mean, you wouldn't want to go shooting a rabbit or a squirrel with a 30-06. You just blow it all to hell. And that's where the 22 is perfect. Small game, rabbits, squirrels, birds, ducks, you name it. And 30-06, you can shoot deer, bear, wild boar, anything to that effect, or even for using it for personal self-defense. So, I mean, don't get me wrong. I mean, I see a lot of people on YouTube that's got AR-15s and they've got AK-47s. I mean, yeah, they're nice. I mean, they're real nice. I'd like to have some. But for most of us, we really can't afford something like that. And another thing to consider, if you're packing an AR-15 and you're packing a AK-47, I'm pretty sure that it's not legal to actually get out and hunt. I mean, you have to buy a hunting license to go hunt. But I'm pretty sure you're not allowed to pack those type of firearms when you're out hunting deer. I mean, if you're packing something that's got 30-round clip, semi-automatic, that's a slight overkill on shooting a deer. So even with this type of firearm, like I said, this is a Remington model 7400 semi-automatic 30-06 carbine. Even if you go with this type of firearm, you're still able to legally hunt. So to me, you'll have more use out of this and be legal, not having to worry about breaking no laws or anything like that, than you would if you had an AR-15. And a 30-06 caliber is very common, so you shouldn't have too much problems being able to acquire ammunition for this type of rifle. This right here is a 22 long range bullet. This is a hollow point, and it's a CCI. I I highly recommend the CCI Mini-Mag when using a semi-automatic rifle. This here is a Remington model 552 Speedmaster. This is an older model rifle. But it's still a good one. In a survival type situation, you're probably going to end up having to rely on rabbits and squirrels and other small game, possibly even birds. So in the small game category, my personal opinion, a 22 long range would be the best rifle to have. But the only problem with the 22 long range, this here, is the fact that it lacks a lot of power. I mean, it's good for small game, but if you ever run across any big game, the chances of taking big game down are pretty slim. I mean, it's possible. I'm not saying that you can't do it. I'm not saying that you can't hunt deer with 22, because you can. But your shot placement has got to be right on the money in order to take down any type of game with size with this particular rifle, a 22 long range. This most definitely makes up for the lack of power in the 22 long range, which would be my number 1 category top choice. And this is my number 2 category top choice, 30-06. It has plenty of knockdown power against just about anything you encounter. I mean, you can take down moose, elk, bear, deer, or even somebody trying to kick in your front door. Now, I would suggest to everybody, in choosing a survival rifle for yourself, you want to choose something that rounds are pretty common, pretty easy to find. Because in a survival type situation, if there's a bullet shortage, you want to better your odds for being able to run across bullets for your particular firearm. In the 22 long range, which is right there, and the 30-06, which is right here, and if you'll notice a difference here in size, there's a huge difference. Now you're talking about 7 cents a shot on the 22, which means you can shoot them all day long. They're fairly cheap to practice with. But these 30-06, on the other hand, you're looking at about $1 a shot. So you probably wouldn't want to waste a whole lot of these, other than, you know, maybe a box or two for learning how to fire your weapon. So, thank you for joining me. And if y'all have any questions or comments, or would like to let me know what types of calibers you would choose in a survival type situation, I'd be glad to hear from you. Like I said, I don't think you have to spend a whole lot of money. I mean, as long as you have a firearm, and that's what matters. As long as it fires and it's reliable, that's all that matters. You don't have to blow $1,000, $1,200 on an AR-15 to help you survive. You can get by with a couple $100 gun. We don't have to try to keep up with the Joneses. You can buy a bolt action, a brand new bolt action, I believe Mossberg, for about $250, somewhere around there. So you don't have to spend a whole lot of money. I mean, realistically, most of us live day by day, or week by week. I'd just like to remind everybody to cherish your friends and your family, because what you have today might not be here tomorrow. Y'all take care, be safe, and God bless. Thanks for watching.